that we don't want to use no more holiness, kind of want to get away from it. But true holiness unto God. Clap your hands and let's receive the comedy ministry of Doug.
How everybody doing? How everybody doing? Can we wave our hands? Can we wave our hands? It's all right. It's all right. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Come on, how about this side? How about this side? All right. Over here? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I love having fun. That's it. All right. Hey, you can enjoy your life. I'm not talking about a bunch of craziness. I'm talking about you can enjoy your life because you don't want to get to heaven and the Lord say, well, you should enjoy your life. Because when I get there, he gonna say, job well done, my good and faithful servant. Can you teach me how to moonwalk? That's what he gonna tell me. How everybody doing? Everybody good? All right, all right. Let me just kind of introduce myself a little bit. Can you give me a little something light, something slow? I'll let you know when to cut it off. Like he said, I'm living in Cincinnati. I was and I had to walk 5 miles every day. And my wife was right there with me. I got real bad sick and was laid up. And my wife was right there by my bedside. I'm starting to think my wife was bad luck. Now, I did that joke one time, and the grandmama stood up and said, that's not nice, young man. Scared me to death. Now, I'm not talking about the 12 or 13-year-old grandmama. I'm talking grandmama. That grandmama be walking through the house with her wig on like this. One knee high up, one knee high down on a raggedy house coat. I'm talking about grandmama that'll wake you up at 4 a.m. for Sunday school that don't start till 9. I'm talking about grandmama ladies that'll put a prayer on you and make all your hair fall out. And then make you some grease and grow it back. I'm talking grandmama fellas that'll tell you, boy, you better get them underwear out them dirty clothes because they've got another clean slide. That's the grandmama I'm talking about. That's the grandmama I'm talking about. I don't know. You know, I came up in the 70s. I came up in the 70s. I came up in a time where things was kind of good, things was different. I came up in a time where if you got lost, you was just lost. I remember I used to love going to the store and shopping with my mother, and she used to tell me before we get in the store, look boy, when we get in here, you better not ask for nothing, you better not touch nothing, you better not get lost. And you know how we were, we couldn't wait to get grown. Couldn't wait until we could make our own decisions. But I'm a grown man now, been married for 10 years. Now when me and my wife go in the store, she say, look boy, when we get in this store, you better not touch nothing, and you better not get lost. Hey, coming up on 10 years of marriage, coming up to celebrate 10 years of marriage. Don't cry, because it wasn't always good.
That's all right.
We in the restaurant the other day. She gonna tell me, I'm trying to enjoy my food, trying to enjoy my meal. She gonna tell me, I want to eat too. You know, that kind of stuff makes me mad. And then see, if you notice, the good Lord had broke me off a little unfairly. I'm a little undersized. I'm so short you can see my feet on my driver's license. You know, and then when we go in the restaurant, you know, some of these waitresses can be mean. We go in the restaurant, the waitress gonna ask my wife, would you need a high chair for your son? You know, that kind of made me mad. Because, first of all, lady, I'm her husband. Second of all, I'm a grown man. Third, put me down. And then I don't let stuff go. I don't let stuff go. I'm following my wife through the restaurant. Oh, you couldn't have told I was your husband? You couldn't have told the lady to put me down? You know, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. But like you said, I go by the name Thug, True Holiness Unto God. And tell me this. Now let me see by the show of hands. How many of you are tired of seeing these young men with their pants way down here? Is that originated from penitentiary. See, they think it's cool. They think it's sexy. But I've been locked up before and it wasn't no sexy feeling. I wore my pants way up here. Used to have to look through the zipper. I'm just saying. saying. And I was watching a movie the other day. Who's seen this movie? 12 Years a Slave. Have you ever seen this movie? Who's seen this movie? Good movie, good movie. And then what I did while I was watching it, I put my wife in the equation. I said, my wife couldn't have been a slave. With that attitude she get them both killed. I'm talking soul master with him. Wow. The first thing she'll do is say, wait a minute, look at me. Oh, you ain't gonna say nothing? Mr. Thug, Mr. Detroit Gangster, you ain't gonna say nothing? And then she got a bad habit of doing this. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Doing this with her eyes closed. Pork rolling her head. I remember my wife did this so long one time she fell asleep. I had to wake her up to finish the argument. Oh, no, I love my wife. But, you know, like I said, I came up in the 70s where we didn't have the Amber Alert. We didn't have a 1-800 number. First of all, back then, you better not call yourself telling on your mama. I called the 1-800 number one time and my mama answered the phone. If one of these babies in here get lost, everybody in here be looking for them. I've been lost for 35 years. Ain't nobody came to look for me yet. And even if my mother did, and then you know how they be on TV, when they, please, we just want him home, and my mother be on TV talking about, well, I told you, I told you, you better not get him. I told you, didn't I? Don't let me catch you on the street. That's what my mama would be saying. But you know, I used to be on drugs. But now I'm over 24 years clean and sober. I couldn't even do that right. I was that brother in the bushes, casing my own house, thinking to myself, this brother never comes home. And then when you get in the house, this brother ain't got nothing. But some roaches. Don't act like it was just me. Don't act like it was just me. Yeah, I came over roaches and I ain't ashamed of it. I don't know about the Hamilton roach, but the Detroit roach is rough. The Detroit roach is aggressive. I remember stepping on the roach in the kitchen, seeing the same roach 2 weeks later in the living room with a cast on. Talking about I'm too legit to quit. I'm just telling you how I used to live. And I used to box. And I'm not scared to tell you this. I used to box. I boxed for 7.5 years out of Detroit, Michigan. Cross jump with world famous Tommy Hitman Hearn. Fellas, you ever heard of Tommy Hitman Hearn? Box with him. No A. And I was pretty good at it. But I quickly realized that was not the sport for me. Not for the reasons that you may think. Because I didn't like how they introduced me in my fights. In the red corner, standing at 5'4", weighing a mere 150 pounds, crying with a snot bubble in his nose. But then they used to introduce my opponent better than they did me. In the blue corner, standing at 3'4", weighing 65 pounds, she simply goes by the name of Sarah. I don't like that. I don't like that. I really don't. Yeah, I just, I mentor these kids, and me and my wife, we mentor troubled teens and troubled youth, because like I said, you gotta show them that the belt is for holding your pants up, not for holding them down. I never would understand that. I came up in the 70s, you better not be wearing your pants. Boy, them pants cost $5. You better pull them pants up and cuff them. Don't be walking on the back of them. You remember that? And I know some of y'all remember that. See, these babies don't know, but some of us know. I remember that. And I mean, it's fun, it's just simple to me, I mean, the things that's going on now is really, in these last days, I'm saved from head to toe. I'm saved from head to toe and have been for the last 12 years. But I know how to enjoy my life. I know how to have fun. I know how to get out there. I know how to talk to people. I know how to receive people. I do not judge nobody for nothing because I have issues too. It may not be the issues that you have. but I have issues. And I'm not going to stand up here and take up a lot of time, but I'm going to just call out one more thing. People, when you see somebody and they're doing bad and they're down, you know, say something to lift their heads up, because that's what I do. You know, I go to work every day and I lift people's head up. I'm the sunshine. Me and my wife, we work together. And I receive 10 texts a day from my wife. And we work at the same place. We take the same breaks, we take the same lunch, and she texts me 10 times just to say, baby, I love you.